Hey guys, what's going on? It is Mario, and I want to thank you guys for gaming with the Watts. Real quick, this is a new channel. Me and my kids are doing this, and I just want to say thank you guys if you share, like, support. Really appreciate that. Now, I'm going to get into, if you haven't guessed already, I'm going to be reviewing MLB The Show 20. For a lot of years, it has been one of the best sports simulations out there. Yeah, I said it, one of the best sports simulations out there. Better than Madden, definitely better than 2K, and the one that I would definitely consider on par with MLB 20 is FIFA. Now, with that being said, I am not being sponsored by any one of these companies, by the game makers or anybody like that to say anything. These are just my personal opinions. And at the end of me giving you some features of the game, giving you some pros and giving you some cons, I'm gonna put out three choices, whether you should buy it, try it, or deny it. And that's pretty much the way most reviews go. I'll try to make it brief, I'll try to keep it simple, but I'll also try to keep it realistic as well. So let's get into the show. It's several things about the show that I really like. Over the course of time, you understand that at the end of the day, it's a video game and it is a sports simulation, and it's certain things that inside of the simulation that is not going to be realistic because it's a video game, but it's certain things that's going to have bugs, going to have challenges and things of that nature, which is okay because in today's world where it seems like most developers and video game makers give you a half complete game anyway, and then later on give you DLC, make you pay for things that probably should inherently been in the game right from the get-go. So hopefully we can, over time as a gaming community, we can get the developers back to trying to give us really complete games from the get-go and truly let the DLC be additional content that makes you say it enhanced the game, but not DLC that they give you that completes the game. You know what I mean? A game should come in my hands complete, ready to go right from the jump. I believe that 100%. And furthermore, when you do give me DLC, especially if I have to pay for the DLC, it should be something that's almost like a standalone thing that adds to the story, the lure, or just the overall goodness of the game, and preferably the overall greatness of the game. Now, real quick before I get into the show, I just want to let you know that the games that me and the kids play, nobody gives us promo codes, nobody gives us early access, or anything like that. Everything that we play, we have bought ourselves, whether it be going to the store buying a physical copy of it, or downloading a digital copy of it, or buying it on a secondary market, or just getting it from GameFly. So just wanted to put that out there so you can say, well, they could play games or they can do this and they can do that because it's been given to them. It's something that a company or something gave to us. No, this is something that my kids, they save up money for, and they buy, and we wait till stuff go on sale, and we just have gotten really good at looking for good deals to pay for games. All right, here we go. Here's the review for MLB The Show 20. All right, first off, we have a brand new custom league mode where you can go in, you and your friends can create multi-season, customizable full seasons where you can pick the number of games you want to play, how many games you play in the playoffs. You can pick the number of innings, how many participants, just fully customizable to however you and whoever is in your league decides you guys want to play. Then you got the Diamond Dynasty mode, which has been in the show for quite a while, which is pretty good. All right, and then you got your Play Now mode where you can play online rated, which is a thing where they kind of have switched it up a little bit this year. They got it where you just can't take, I don't know, maybe Noah Syndergaard and just pitch him every time. They got it where if you're going to play with the Braves or you're going to play with whoever, you have to switch up your pitching, just to teach you how to manage pitching staffs and to give a competitive advantage to everybody that plays. And they kind of pitch you against people that's similar like skill level, which I think is a really cool idea. It gets you, instead of saying, oh, you know how some players say, oh, I can play, but you only can play with certain people or certain players. This makes you really be immersed into the team that you're playing with and learn how to play with everybody, which is a really cool thing. And then you got March to October, which has been there for a while, which is a cool feature. Then you have the franchise mode. The franchise mode, to me, is one of the very best things about MLB, the show. And I've played franchise mode in Madden. I've played the franchise mode in NBA 2K, and I played the franchise mode in FIFA. I like FIFA's franchise mode really well, and I like MLB the show. You could keep Madden franchise because it's just so vanilla, so generic. And this is not me taking a crap on Madden. It's just me being completely honest. For Madden to be what it is, and all the money that Madden makes, and all the money that EA makes off of MUT and Ultimate Teams and things of that nature, seem like you would spend a little bit more time in developing your franchise mode. Now, this franchise mode, on the other hand, is really nice. You have Road to the Show. I mean, once you get in, you have the guy who's doing like the little radio show to give you the highlights and let you know what happened in the league. You know what I mean? So that is cool. And it has, like I said, it makes you, gives you a little taste of what it's really like to be a GM, from managing the organization from top to bottom, which is a really cool thing. All right, we got Road to the Show, which is a really cool feature. If you just want to take one particular player, start them off in the low minor leagues and work your way up to the show and then become a superstar. That is a really cool thing. And then in this game, just like with every other game, you got microtransactions. Same thing like the Madden Ultimate Teams and things of that nature. You have, if you look up in the top right corner, you have what they call ticket stubs. And right now, I have 1,401 ticket stubs in that level 21. So you could use those stubs to buy things like packs and cards. Inside the franchise mode, you could use it to buy extra money to increase your budget and things of that nature. All right, you got your inventory, and the inventory is really simple. And I'm just giving you guys features real quick, and then I'm gonna get to my pros and then my cons, and I'm gonna tell you guys, in my personal opinion, should you buy it, try it, or deny it? Excuse me. With your inventory, it's just all the things that you got, your unlockables, your gear. If you look at it right here, your player card collection, just like I said, it's just like MUT, but don't pressure you or don't make you have to do it, because you can play the game, get achievements, and get these card packs. You got your unlockables. That's just things in the game that you unlock that you can use in different modes. You got your equipment. You got the stadiums that you unlock. You got your sponsorships, and then you got my packs. And now if I click on my packs, you can see that I have a few packs that I have not opened yet. That goes into all of those things. You might have several things inside of that. I have the show pack. I have the flashback and legends pack. I have the gear up pack, and then I have this pack right here, the evolution pack. So if I decided that I wanted to just open a pack right here, it would just give you an opportunity to open it up. And once you decide you want to open it up, it'll just bam, then you'll just see what's in the pack, and you'll go from that right there. You'll see, hey, this is what was in the pack, and once you go, it'll just let you know right there. You just see the player cards, and these are cards that you can add to your deck, or if you're doing a Diamond Dynasty, you can add to your team, and you can go from there. And that's pretty much that, which is a pretty cool thing. I like that as well, because like I said, it's much different from Madden. And matter of fact, there's no comparison, so I'm gonna stop comparing the game to Madden. Things of that that nature. All right, so now we got the vaults where you could bring in different things, set the game up totally to how you wanted to set it up. Even if you're a casual fan, you could play it however you want. And if you're a hardcore fan, you could definitely set the settings to the way you want them. Then you got your history and your profile. This is the area where you have a universal profile that goes with you. You can see your games and it's played, how many runs you're averaging, so you can kind of know overall as a user what you need to be working on. And that's the leaderboard, self-explanatory. Then you have the media, which is just giving you news from around the league off of MLB.com. Then you go to the moments. You can relive the moments from some of the biggest legends in the game and try to rewrite baseball history. Then you have the custom practice, where you can go into a practice and whatever you feel you need to work on, which is a lot in this game, that if you're really trying to be good, really trying to beat your friends, and really trying to be dominant, there are things that you could always be working on. Then you got the challenge of the week, which is I guess San Diego Studios would put out if things were not in the coronavirus era and games will not be paused. You would have challenges that they will put out. And then in the options explorer, that's pretty much self-explanatory to just learn how to play the game truly and fully. Then you have the home run derby. Then you have the retro mode. You can experience the sounds of the game from this retro mode if you want to. Then if you're the type of person that don't want to play a long 162 game baseball season, you could jump right into the postseason and try to get your team to that pinnacle of success, which is the World Series, and then win that particular championship. Then you got your user settings. And as I tell you guys all the time, the best part about this is you're able to customize it the way you see fit. However, whatever you feel your game level is, you can customize it to. It could be a competitive game for you or a fun game for you, depending on how you're looking at it. Then you have your data utility, where you can go in and load up files and you can save things. And this is all the basic stuff that most games have. But here's where the show kind of separates itself. You got the sounds of the show, right? When you go into side of this, if you're that type of person like to customize everything, like to spend, hours upon hours sitting up here trying to customize everything about your team and your player, then this is for you, because you got it where you can do assign team audio. You got it where you can assign player audio. You got it where you can use your music editor. You can manage your music files. You can bring your music that you like to listen to personally into the show, which is a very good thing, because sometimes in a 162 game season, to kind of break the monotonous of it, sometimes listening to your music make you feel hype, make you feel crunk, make you feel like you about to go yard, take one over the wall. So that is all the features of the show. Now let me tell you about some of my pros and some of my cons of the show. Let's start with the pros. The pro is that, as I just said, the very best part about the show 20 is that it is one of the most fulfilling, realistic, and enjoyable sports simulation games out there. Like I said, this is totally customizable, so you could tailor make your experience to whatever your desire, whatever your heart feel like it wants. To whatever your play style. If you want to just focus on pitching, you can do that. If you just want to focus on hitting, you can do that. If you just feel like you want to manage, you could do that as well. You just feel like you want to make the decisions and depending on make the decision to pinch run, to bring in the closer or the bullpen, or a pinch hit for somebody, you could simply just do that. If you are just a watcher, if you are into voyeurism, you could do that. That is a really good pro. And another pro is, no matter how many times you play this game, You could play this game for 4 or 5 seasons. It's always something that's gonna happen that you didn't see the previous 4 or 5 seasons. Whether it be the way the ball caroms, or whether it be the way it hit off players, or way the ball might bounce away, or you see line drives, hit off things, hit people. I mean, the way they got the variations as to what can happen in a game, to me, is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's no other way to say it. And like I said, sometimes we get so caught up in graphics, which is, don't get me wrong, you want a game that looks good, but we get so caught up in graphics, we get so caught up in skins and camos and things of that nature, that we tend to forget that as an end user, the game is supposed to be fun. The game is supposed to have a fun factor that makes you say, you know what, when I wake up in the morning, I want to go brush my teeth, wash my face, make me some breakfast, and get right back on this particular game. That's the way a game should make you feel. You remember when you was a kid, when all you wanted to do was just jump on Super Mario? You just wanted to go. If you didn't have to eat, you probably wouldn't eat. You would just come right back and jump onto the game. That's the way games should make you feel. But we've gotten so far away from that we tend, all we focus on in graphics, and that's not totally realistic. And we focused on details down to, oh, they didn't get the tattoo on some basketball player correct. Well, who cares? Does the game play good? And above all else, is it fun? And I can go out on a limb. I guess, truth be told, it's not going out on a limb to say that MLB 20 is fun. That's another pro to it. It is just a fun game. When you and your friends, especially if you guys love baseball, when you and your friends are going at it, and you trying to, it's you against, say your picture. Say you got Jacob deGrom going up against Mike Trout. You're Jacob deGrom and your friend is Mike Trout. How is this going to play out? Can you strike him out? And if he do hit the ball, can you make the play defensively if he keeps it in the park? And the strategy to it all is great. When you're playing against people and playing against the computer, you do have to bring in some strategy. Sometimes you might feel like, I'm not going to get another chance to score. Do I bunt in this particular situation? Do I squeeze? What do I do? So that's definitely the pros. Like I said, one of the biggest pros is it's just a fun game. Now, let's get to the cons. Every game that you play is gonna particularly have a con, unless you're just totally unaware of what's going on and somebody didn't bring it to your attention. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, it is a video game. There's gonna be glitches. There are gonna be things like that make you say, man, that's not realistic, right? And one of my cons to this game is they made it where some of the people on here are god awful slow, right? Let's just be honest and call it what it is. And sometimes when these people hit the ball to right field and they're so slow, you legitimately have a chance to throw them out at first base. But the first baseman never goes to first base to try to receive this throw. You can throw to first, but he's standing somewhere in between first and second. So to me, that is a con. Now, I understand that maybe they couldn't fix the game speed ratio, something like that. However, they had to do it. So since they really couldn't fix that, because they know that maybe some of the speeds need to be adjusted, maybe some of these people isn't as slow as you making them out to be, and fix it. So they saying, since we can't fix it, or maybe it was in the latter stages when somebody tested the game and said that this is not right, so they said, hey, the better fix would be, let's just never have the first baseman go over to first base to try to throw this person out from the outfield. You know what I mean? And if he does go over to first base, I'm telling you, it's maybe 2% of the time, and the other 98% of the time he's somewhere just milling around ready to take that throw in between second and third. That is definitely a con for me. And the second con, and probably, like I said, the last, because it's a really good game to me, and anything I take outside of these two would be nitpicking. But the next con I would definitely say is sometimes when you're up on the computer and you've been getting these guys out all game long, and then sometimes like the 7th through 8th place hitters, all of a sudden all of them turn into Tony Gwynn, Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth. All of a sudden you can't pitch properly, and these guys take advantage of any little mistake you make. You know, the type of guys that shouldn't be beating you and couldn't beat you. And then I've just seen it way too many times where the computer just all of a sudden level up, and no matter what level you playing it on, they jump already up to legend, Hall of Fame mode from people who's coming in the game batting 196 with no home runs, no RBIs, and all of a sudden in the eighth inning, all you hear, dun, 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 you know, they turn into super players and things of that nature. I don't know inherently what's coded into that and why that happens, but that is definitely a con. But other than that, that's it. You know, I mean, that's one of them type of things where you would definitely want to say, hey, look, just tone it down a little bit. Other than that, I love the game, and I rock with MLB The Show. You know what I mean? So now let's get to my end. Which is, should you buy it, should you try it, or should you deny it? Buy it means go out and get it, whether you buy it on the second-hand market, whether you digitally download it, or you buy a physical copy at the store. Try it means borrow it from a friend, or you know, get it from GameFly or something like that. And deny it means stay away from it. You don't want to touch this. It's not anything that's going to be worth your hard-earned money or your time that you ever can't get back. So from listening to me review this, I'm pretty sure you guys already know I am at buy it. Yes, I said buy it. This is the type of game that you will have fun with, and besides, nothing else is going on right now. You don't have sports, and this would definitely, you quarantine, this would definitely help take up some of that time. And for all you people that's really not into baseball or really not baseball fans, this is the time to get this game, and it'll get you into baseball, and all of a sudden it'll be like falling in love with baseball again for the first time. You know what I mean? It's that good of a game. And I know people say it's not that action-packed. You know, live is, 2K is out there. It's a basketball game, and you got Madden. That's just a juggernaut. But hands down, combined, this game from a playing standpoint, from a fun standpoint, from graphics, from just the whole total package is better than both of those games. And I know in some circles that's blasphemy, but that's just my opinion. Buy it. All right, guys, I want to thank you for listening to me give you my review on MLB The Show 20. If you felt that this was helpful in any way, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you could be notified when we come out with videos. So with that being said, I am done, and I want to thank you guys for gaming with the Watts. Alright, I'm Mario.